What is up, squad, and welcome to Muscle Mastery. Today we're breaking down macronutrients. If you don't know what that is, that's proteins, carbohydrates, fats, and fiber. I'm going to be talking about what they do in your body, how they can impact your fat loss, and how to balance them out in order to get the best results. I'm sure you've heard Macros 101 videos before, but this one's going to be different. So make sure you listen in. I want to start with protein. That's the metabolic powerhouse of our macronutrients. Literally is that important. Every cell, every hormone, enzyme relies on proteins, those amino acids, in order to make sure that you build and preserve the muscle that you're going to be taking on during this fitness journey. So that's why it's super important to hit your protein targets. A little science bit I want to give you guys is that protein has a high thermal effect of food, or TEF. That literally means when you have protein, it takes more calories to digest it. So when you're eating protein, you're actually burning more calories compared to carbohydrates or fats. When you get that protein in, it's going to decrease ghrelin, which is a hormone that's related to your hunger cues. It's going to increase your fullness, so you stay fuller for a longer amount of time without those cravings. So if you have trouble staying up super late at night, hey, listen, I've heard it before. 10, 11 o'clock at night, and you really just want the pretzels, the chips, the ice cream, the donut, the candy, the sugar. Check that protein. That could curb those cravings while keeping you fuller for longer, so you're not running to the kitchen at 10, 11, midnight. What I recommend to all of the clients inside of the Simply Squad is going to be 1 gram per pound of body weight or lean body mass if you're able to get that. So the muscle that you have on your body. Say you're a 150-pound person, you'd be shooting for about 150 grams of protein per day. That way, if you hit like 120, 130, you're still above what's necessary to preserve the muscle and potentially build some more, depending on what your training is looking like. There will be no carbohydrate bashing in this video because it's your body's main energy source. Your body takes the food that you eat, those carbohydrates, breaks it down into glucose, and then your organs, your skin, your hair, your body uses it for energy. So there's going to be no bashing of carbohydrates. It is the excessive eating of carbohydrates, the highly processed, super delicious. You open the bag and the scent comes into your face and triggers a reaction that causes you to be addicted to the chips, causes you to be addicted to the pretzels, addicted to the donut or cookie or whatever. That is the issue, not carbohydrates themselves. But outside of all of that, carbohydrates are going to replenish your muscles' glycogen, that energy that it needs to push through a training day or push through the stress of the day. Managing that stress hormone, your cortisol, having those carbohydrates is going to help you be able to manage that stress a lot better. But the quality of carbohydrates that you're getting in does matter. Making sure you're getting in whole grains, oats, certain breads, rice, fruits, veggies. Editor Ty is not happy, but here's a list running through some recommended carbohydrates. And the best time to have those carbs is going to be before or after your workout. Having those carbs beforehand is going to give you the energy that you give your muscles, the energy that it needs to push harder. Having those carbs before your workout is basically your muscles sponging in all of that energy to use it to help you push harder. Similarly, post-workout, if you have those carbohydrates relatively quick after your workout, maybe hour, hour and a half after, you again have that sponge effect where your body is taking in those nutrients and using it to recover your body. Just like carbohydrates, there's going to be no fat bashing over here. I want to break down the science and why it's important to get fats into your diet. Fats are going to be super important for hormone production, brain function, joint stability and support, as well as cell integrity. And back to your hormone regulation, what the heck is controlling your hormones? Your brain. Getting in enough fats into your diet literally supports your brain function, which is going to keep your hormones regulated. That's why it's important to not cut your fats down too low, because it can really mess up your hormones, especially if you're on a fat loss diet. The reason you might be stuck could be because you're not getting enough healthy fats into your diet. Another reason why you want to get fats into your meals is because it's going to be helping with absorbing fat-soluble vitamins like vitamins A, D, E, and K. When it comes to the vitamins, I personally can't relate. I'm be honest, I'm 27. I'm not really taking any vitamins right now. I try to get most of my vitamins and minerals from the foods that I'm eating, whole minimally processed foods where I'm getting those fats in naturally. But if you're a lot older and this is something that's very real for you, making sure that you're getting in enough healthy fats into your diet could be essential for you getting in those vitamins that you need. You're trying to get your vitamins in through pill form, but your diet could be the reason why it's not being properly absorbed. So make sure you're checking in with how much fat you're getting into your diet. And last up, quality is just as important. We're making sure that we're not over consuming trans fats, getting in as many monounsaturated fats as you can, like avocado, olive oil, nuts, certain types of fish. The list will run through the screen and you'll see all of those options that are available to you. Last up is going to be fiber. Now, technically it's a carb, but it behaves differently. When you have fiber, it's going to help slow down your digestion, which helps with better appetite control because it stabilizes your blood sugar and slows down digestion, which is going to help the fat loss process. I want to break down the difference between soluble and insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber is going to form almost like a gel inside of your gut, which is going to slow down how quickly glucose can be absorbed into your system, which is going to help regulate your insulin levels because you're not getting that spike as soon as you eat the food that you're having. Versus insoluble fiber, which is really going to help you when you're in the bathroom because it's going to aid with the digestion. It's going to reduce the amount of constipation that you have, and it's going to add some it's going to add some bulk to your stool, so making your stools a little more solid. So make sure you're getting in your fiber if you're not looking too good in the bathroom. When it comes to fiber sources, because they're basically carbs, you're looking at similar fruits, veggies, beans, and oats as you would normal carbs. That's all of the macronutrients, but it's really how we use them together, which is what gives us the most benefit in a fat loss journey. Each macro plays a specific role that's going to help you in your overall journey. When you learn how to balance them, that's when you can really support your metabolism, your hormones, your energy, and really how your experience goes when you're moving through either fat loss, muscle gain, or just maintaining your results. So a quick recap: protein, muscle, and metabolism. Carbs, energy, and recovery. Fats, hormones, brain function, joint health. Fiber, fullness, and blood sugar, gut health. Once you've got those four locked in, you're really leaps ahead of everyone else who's just guessing through their fat loss journey. This has been Muscle Mastery, our nutrition video. Next week, we'll be diving into some training tips, so make sure you're here once again. Remember, squad, it's not hard, it's simply fitness.